Hooray! Okay, at least that seems to be working. Okay, good. I see mic audio. Lovely, lovely. Levels actually look good. Good. Uh, so we had a little, excuse me, a little bit of a whoopsie daisy, where I went to go live and everything looked correct on OBS, but then it turned out there was, hi Jasmine, that there was up, and then there's the second whoopsie daisy as now Twitch is doing its usual fuckery. That at least I predicted. So hi VOD watchers, how you doing? You get to see me futz with my camera and talk about tech issues as Twitch runs a redundant 3-minute ad break. So
I feel like
thanks,
I've been
Twitch.
underserved with the flexing.
Hmm? What do you
Come
mean?
on, gun show.
Oh, it just it's I I'm we're okay. We can anyway. Um
There. That's special just for the VOD people.
so uh tried to go live a few minutes before this. Uh that's right, Jasmine. But turns out that there was a uh Stream Deck update that was pending, and until I ran that, it essentially, because Stream Deck needed an update, it just decided to kind of stop working, but not all the way. And
Good way to make sure you do the update.
well, so yes and no. OBS, I think, does it right, where every time I open OBS, if there's an update that needs to be run, it pops up a little window that goes, hey, there's a new update. Would you like to install it? Stream Deck does not do that. It will just subtly, kind of quietly break a little bit. And that's my cue to go, I wonder if there's an update. And then I have to go to a little menu and be like, check for updates. And it goes, hey, there's a new update. I'm like, okay. You could have, like, proactively maybe let me know that. But luckily this has happened a few times. So this time it was like, that me hitting the go live button didn't go live. Ergo, let's go check. Oh, there's an update. So ran that, got that going, and it so far hasn't caused any problems. So I'm just going to guess that we're probably fine for the stream. Let's hope. Fingers crossed. But if there's any oddities just we may have more than we'll have the usual amount. We'll have the usual amount of tech fuckery because we don't get to have nice things. And just as we got to a place where we'd had, enough anticipation of the usual tech problems, something had to update. So there it is. And then just as I'd gotten to the point where I thought I understood Twitch's like ad nonsense to be able to keep it from doing double ad break at the start of stream.
Keeping
Clearly,
them
I
from actually monetizing
don't.
off of your content?
Well, no, they're gonna monetize. I just want them to monetize in a predictable way, and that apparently is not fucking allowed.
No, it's not, because then people get up and go get drinks.
Right, because then people would walk away and not, be yeah.
It's the same reason why ads when we were kids would crank the volume up by like 30 times.
Yeah.
So that you could hear
so that when you
kitchen.
left the room, they were still audible wherever you were. And if, God help, you decided to stay in the room, you were just getting your eardrums blown out. Fuck ads, I think is what I'm saying. And also...
advertising makes the world go round.
Late stage capitalism can really do one. Hey, on happier news, we're back with more Riven. Last
Speaking
week...
of late stage capitalism.
Speaking of... You know what? That's a great transition. Thank you. You're absolutely right. That brings us back to Gen. It's Gen again. The problem was Gen all along. And that really does...
Nope, I'm not going to say that out loud.
That's fair. But speaking of things that can do one, but yeah, so last week was very exciting. Actually, we did our what has become our galactic standard 30 minutes of running in circles. You very wisely recommended that we stop trying to go
directly
up
at the problem,
the elevator, and instead try to get around behind. I misunderstood.
At which point, we should also probably add a small content warning, because it's not an elevator.
Yes,
and
right.
Baby me, when I first played this, didn't pick up on it.
Yeah, I mean it. Like we used it as one, but yeah, we'll get to. I'll. You're right. Let's open with
Content
that.
warnings.
So, in addition to and in direct line of Gen being an imperialist prick, lots of torture and torture devices, which was also true in Myst, but like it's just as true in Riven, and we got face to face a lot with it last episode. I mean, there were manacles in the bathysphere, but seeing
we were
that,
not expecting an artistically done witch dunking device.
yeah, that leading to an execution chamber, and things like that was bad. It was bad. But no, so I realized my core misunderstanding, I think, about halfway through last time. I didn't really stop to mention it, which was that, like, from the opposite side of the big, like, lagoon that we were bathysphering around in, the side where where the locals were living, where we were trying to get a kind of a bird's eye view of the problem, there was what we kept calling the Christmas tree structure. And then there was a similar structure on the backside, the thing that actually had the lever that operated the floor that I was so obsessed with. And I misunderstood that those things were connected, and they're not. And like
there's another spot where it literally allows him to look upon the world, and then he can hit the button.
And I the whole time was sitting there going, okay, so we go up this thing and then go in there, and then through the cave will get us to that thing. And the fact that the two of them were not at all connected, that you go here to activate here to get, and then
and here's the thing,
just
Riven very rarely does that, very rarely splits things so distinctly from each other. But I would call that this one is actually not broken up when you look at the context socially, from a cultural point of view, from Gen's point of view. Literally, we got an achievement that said "Look down upon the world."
Oh yeah.
They are connected.
They're like
connected on a psychological and sociological level, as opposed to technological.
It's the kind of thing that and like a lot of puzzles, period. It's the kind of thing that makes sense once you have all the pieces, but until you have all the pieces,
it's just weird.
It's difficult to decipher. This is not a criticism of like the puzzle design.
That's just standard.
It's me understanding why we got like.
Have you seen the toilet hotel?
The toilet hotel? No.
There's a book from my childhood. I think I actually got a copy of it for our nephews, which is a archaeologist of the future delving into the depths of a temple complex.
Okay.
That temple complex is recognizably on the page, drawn out for us, the modern day reader, not the far future reader, is a Motel 6.
Right, it's traffic.
Right. And it's actually, if you know anything about archaeology, it's actually really funny. There's a couple of points that are clear references. There's a very famous photograph of the wife of an archaeologist who is going through Troy. He dug through 6 versions of Troy, missing the Troy he was looking for by about 300 years.
Yeah.
But they found a set of jewelry. The Trojan gold, the queen of Troy. Helen wore this, the whole thing. It was, look, British archaeologists from a certain time period. Wow. But there's a picture of her. They actually make a reference in the book with that. Only she's wearing a toilet seat and a headdress.
Perfect.
The upper and lower parts of a toilet.
Yes.
That's what working through Riven is on some level.
Yeah.
You don't know all the context. You have no clue. We're lucky we have a language we can translate. We have a Rosetta Stone.
Right.
And genuinely, one of the things I love most about Riven is as you find those clues, that does make sense. Yeah. This man, of course, he would put the button to save the condemned, where he could look down upon the world and bring all attention to himself.
Right.
I hate Gen.
So
much.
Gen's deeply hateable. It was just the idea of, like, I understand how thinking that
Also, you should buy that book. It's not hard to search. Just
Yeah.
Google for it.
You're talking about that reminded me of, I think it's a Bradbury short story where it's an observer that at first we don't know isn't human because it's just sort of your defined thing.
First point of
Talking,
views.
and of course it's Bradbury who does sci-fi and does like alien stories all the time, describing these very alien like what seem like herds of creatures in a very alien sense, and talks about like some of them with these like glowing white eyes and some of them with these glowing red eyes. And
I know what that is. I've used that metaphor myself.
At the end of the short story, you realize that it's actually an alien visiting Earth who's overlooking a highway at night, and he sees the oncoming traffic with the glowing white eyes and the departing traffic with the glowing red eyes as the brake lights. And it's this wonderful like take on perspective. But yeah,
I think when I was like writing for short stories in middle school, I had that metaphor, only it was a transported Roman centurion desperate to rescue the screaming people inside the worm of windows. It was a city bus.
A city bus.
They were screaming because a Roman legionnaire just popped in and was trying to stab
it. Somebody with a spear who's attacking the bus. Yeah, I would be screaming too. But yeah, so we finally figured out the Christmas tree torture device thing. We found a friend in a prison. We hit the button. It was not the button to unleash the horrors, which I'm happy about. There was also a secret button inside the prison that led to a back tunnel.
The prisoner was not, in fact, quite as prisoned as we
They were not very prisoned, but they were apparently waiting on us. We followed that down a dark tunnel that led to the shore, that led back to a secret door in the tunnel. Hey, Bedard. That led us to a circle of symbols that were the ones that we had found that, again, had paid no respect to, that all required the secret decoder ring lens thing.
To half of this game is a very, very subtle archaeology.
Yeah.
And anthropology.
So we hit the right buttons, and that led us through a weird water wall thing, and that led us to apparently a place called Tay, where we finally met a whole bunch of people.
None of them wanted to talk to us, except one.
One of them wanted, exactly one of them wanted to talk to us after we found a statue that we're assuming is Gen, based on the number of knives that were in it, which seems like the appropriate response.
I actually kind of love the choice of acting for that one, too, because she started talking and then paused and started talking slower and louder.
Yeah, very, very gently from someone who was like, you can't understand me, so I'm going to do all of this with a tone. They gave us a book.
Our book.
And then
book.
We were kind of from the beginning, right? Gave us our book back. And then we were kind of herded to an elevator and sent home, more or less, sent back, I guess, with the book. And we've now found and activated. We've activated 3, I think, of the eyeball orbs, and I've got a theory on how we can get to the Sentry one from the other ones, because we can get to the central chamber, and it connects to the other ones.
Yeah, there's
and I know the symbol for the Sentry orb.
There's an orb in the center that has lines around it. We theorize if we get on the right line, we can get to the other one.
Yeah. All right. So we've activated the one from Jungle, from Main, and from Boiler. So we need to get to Sentry. And there's still a mythical island out there that we know that we found a broken line of trolley rails that leading away from the main island that's been destroyed. And presumably there's another one, maybe?
Been destroyed, more importantly, not by us.
Right. Yeah, I didn't break it this time.
And we got a message from Catherine.
Right.
Where I'm going to set aside the part where she also had a small altar in this alternate world, and that was a little bit...
She had a cool looking statue.
She had a cool looking statue.
A standee, really, yeah.
But white lady getting a little bit of colonialism there too. Just saying.
Well, that's fair.
But she did say, please rescue me before you trap this dude.
Right. And we're also theorizing that she's the person we saw trapped on the orb on Sentry Island, I think.
She is, in fact, This game does not actually pass the Bechdel test unless you count off screen, because she's clearly coordinated and had a message from. Oh wait, it actually might.
I mean, do we know our gender?
Well, we're not counting us.
Oh, that's fair.
Also, this game came out when?
There are some assumptions being made. That's fair.
But more importantly, like, so it wasn't on screen, but she and the rebel leader clearly had a conversation.
Clearly, yeah. There's implications made, yeah. All right, so I know that Boiler definitely connects to Jungle and Main through the sphere orb. So I figure we head to either back to Jungle Island or Main to their eye orb. And one of them is going to connect to Sentry, is my thoughts on first task. And then once we can connect to Sentry, we can activate it.
Yeah.
Then we'll have 4 of them, which is 4 out of 5
right.
activated.
Unless it turns out the other track that does connect is the 5th island, which is also where we need to go rescue Catherine.
Sure.
So I'm pretty sure we're over the hump and starting to come into like the conclusion.
I have another other theory about the Mystery Island, but I think getting the 4th thing activated, we have a clearer line on that. So I was going to head to Jungle and Main first and see which one of them connects. So that's plan A. I want to say Mist and Riven are presented as though the developers expected the PC to just be the player.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it very much got that
first
lens.
Person.
Yeah.
But it's questionable at that point.
Right. Admittedly, using just a flexible gendered Schrodinger's player doesn't really work as well. But regardless, yeah. There are so few
more than one player.
There are so few conversations between characters who aren't us. Period.
Yeah.
It's almost irrelevant.
I think actually the most we had was basically her say Nirasaki saying, "Oh, he's just waking up. Give him another tap on the back of the head."
Right. There was the person who blow darted us, and the other person who I think we had freed from prison.
In the boat. Yeah, I think one of them was the person we freed from prison.
Like, there have been very few conversations between people who weren't us, so there's not much to go by.
And I'm pretty sure that conversation really was, they're waking up, knock them out again, because we immediately faded back out.
Yeah. Alright, so this is Boiler?
Yes, this is Boiler, which we dorked around in for so long before realizing, there's just another door right here.
Right here.
Sometimes this game reminds me how stupid I can be.
Sometimes it's easy to miss the one little thing in a puzzle game, and I think that's just sort of universal.
Especially with I love the more fluid UI. Genuinely I do, because you can get so much better pictures. But also...
Alright, well I think we can get more...
new stuff.
I guess we can get back to Jungle in like one step. So let's go check its eye first.
Yeah, because we know it's not the Boiler Island we checked.
Right. Yeah, that was the last step that we did last time.
My theory is it's Jungle because we did spot a moth in there.
We did, and that's the only one that's brought anything with it. Because we didn't have like a broken geode or anything like that from here. So that seems reasonable to me. I've had this conversation in
want these mods.
The mods are so neat. Through the Quiznos sub. All right, let me do while we're writing this.
Why
I have
is
another.
The Quiznos sub?
Well, so specifically, it's the orange like grill pattern in the underwater bit here.
Oh, okay, I get this.
Right?
Yeah.
Because we're being lightly toasted.
Yeah.
All right, so we had our initial path.
Man, now I actually do kind of want this.
Sorry, I'm so sorry to everybody, because I do this every time, and I know that it has a suggestive effect on some folks. Okay, so we started on, I'm continuing to call the main island Main, because we don't have another name for it that I'm aware of yet. I'm trying to do a mental map here. So we started on I'm calling it Maine again because I don't have a.
I think they actually call it Maine.
That's then we're good. So we started on Maine,
And then we went to Jungle.
and then Jungle was
the next big one. And Jungle has been the biggest.
Well, and specifically, it was the first island that we went to when we went over the monorail.
Because we broke because we broke the bridge.
We broke the bridge going from Jungle to Boiler. Because this was the alternate way.
No, you broke the bridge going from Maine to Boiler.
Okay.
And we didn't have any other way.
And so we had to go to Jungle first. Okay, so then there was a path from Maine to Boiler that got broken.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had to go from Jungle to Boiler. And then Boiler going through the lab is what got us to Sentry.
And Boiler going through the Sky Ferry brings us back to the whale on Jungle. We found the legit way of doing it. You have to go through the whale.
Right. Okay.
So there's two paths between Jungle and Boiler.
Right. Was there another way away from Sentry? Or was there only... We went from Boiler to Sentry and then back to Boiler. Was there another path away from Sentry?
I don't know, but that's a good question.
Because I'm wondering if there's another...
There might be.
If this ends up being a circle, is our mystery island where we have the broken road here.
Because 5 islands in a circle is kind of thematic. Also, Sentry has a map. We can take a look at the islands we have up there and see what matches.
Yeah, so I'm wondering... That was my theory, was that based on our path, I wonder if there's a path that we have found
I know
from Sentry.
Sentry did go down to the whale space.
Yes. And just like that, so that was my other theory, was once we find and activate the thing, is head back to Sentry and just see if there's another road out of there. That might lead to our hey Joy, that might lead to our mystery island.
Yeah.
All right. Now watch. Let's see. I think we go to the whale and we ride the elevator up. Gets us to the second level. That gets us to the eye.
Mm-hmm.
This island is still so pretty.
So there's the eyeball.
Make sure I haven't forgotten it. It's here and through here and to the right. Gets us to whale. Hello, whale. Make sure I haven't forgotten. No, good. Hooray. Wheel. The wheel and the hem. Pardon me. The wheel inside the whale. Whale elevator.
I wondered if there... Could you turn around for me at this point?
Turning around.
Okay, there doesn't look like there's anything else branching off of that, so good. Just had to make sure...
Good to be thorough.
Considering how long it took us to find the exit this time.
Alright, so there's that. And there's Sentry. Okay.
Okay, so there is sort of a circularness
there. This is what I was thinking. Alright. Hey. Alright, jungle is red. Oop. There we go. A little too early. Oh. There we go. Right, all the way up is purple. Okay. Gotta get my color symbols correct. So, like, if it's all the way up, but still a straight line down, that's purple. This is red. redraw them to be clearer, but
No, I'm just wondering if there's a red, orange, yellow. Like, if there's actually a Roy G. Biv structure to this.
I mean, when we looked in
Kind of is.
on Century Island, like it's the primary colors and the in-betweens.
Right, but if the symbol actually references frequency, like if it's actually numeric, how they structure it.
They are the in-betweens with the dots and the lines.
Mm-hmm.
So like, all right,
Numbers as color.
yeah. Which does suggest that there are, like, and I don't know that they're used. And we don't actually need to activate this one. There are, like, essentially colors that just aren't being used that are that we could sequence, which I think is cool. All right, so I think we... Nope, it's the button. That's right. Damn it.
Call button.
Thank goodness I'm not on an Apple IIe anymore. Oh.
And now we get three-dimensional
Whee!
seasickness space.
Whee! Oh. Whee! Ah! Whee! Ka-chunk.
I'm sure this is
It's the fact that it was like upright and it had to swing around upside down and then go back up.
Uh-huh.
It seems like a lot of wasted motion. All right. Butterfly. All right. Now then. So, now we're in jungle. That's red. All right. I recommend anybody who is particularly sensitive to motion sickness either look away for a few minutes or just focus only on the sphere right in front and not at the horizon. Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
I don't think I noticed that switch
No.
last time. All right. Does it only do those? Okay. Okay.
So we might be able to jump onto it from here.
So, I then...
Well, let's figure out if we can see it.
Okay. So then I can do like that. So we're looking for... Okay. There it is. Here. Okay. Poor butterfly is like, what are you doing?
Is that where we started?
I'm trying to check the orientation here. Give me a moment. Okay, that's purple. All right. So. Nope. Sideways. Okay, so it doesn't actually matter which one we're going to. We just need to get to 30 degrees and find out which axis it's on. All right, there's red. Where are you? Are you? Where is it?
Okay, so
that's
it's not...
main.
It's gotta be on the other half of the sphere. Ah, we have not turned the sphere all the way around. Please keep turning the sphere all the way around.
This way or?
Rotate.
This way?
You've only turned it a quarter. Keep go. No, not that way. Other way.
This way?
Yes. Keep going.
Sorry, listen, it's...
Okay, stop. Now we rotate.
This way?
Mm-hmm. There it is. Top.
Do you think it's that?
Well, that's the only one we don't have yet, because we had 4 on the other half of the sphere.
Alright, so... Yes, okay. That's the one we want. And you're right, it's not lit up. Oh, we got there. All right, anybody who had to look away or close their eyes, it is safe to look back again. Oh, damn. I thought that was it.
No, that is it.
Then how do we...
Is there a call button on our end?
No. Oh, is it? Hang on. Is it because we're upside down?
Are we?
Yeah, because the dome... Oh, no, I guess we're not. Yeah, because the stairs are correct. No, no, that's not it. The railings are right. Dang it, I really thought that was it. You're lit up, you're lit up, you're lit up. And you're lit up. Okay,
Yeah.
Is there another one? Are there 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And we've done... Hang on, we've done 3. So this isn't Sentry. I was wrong. Okay, so then... This isn't Sentry. I don't know what this is. This is Mystery Island. Alright, so let's find... We know purple is that, we know green is that, we know red is that. So one of these other ones is going to have glowing dots.
That we haven't actually been to
that
yet.
We haven't been to, so we know
side.
it's not one of these other symbols. Okay. Again, for those who are sensitive to motion sickness, we're going for a ride again. So if you need to look away, we'll verbally announce when it's good to go again.
So all 4 of the others are on the other side of the sphere.
Yeah. Alright. Do this. So, sorry, it's a little awkward trying to do this with a mouse. Okay, so that's red. Yes, that's jungle. Ooh, hello, where are you? That's green, that's our main island. That's purple. Okay, so those are the 3 that we know. The hell are you? That's blue. This is the one.
Blue. All right.
Oop. There we go. Okay.
Now this one might bring us to Catherine's place.
Yeah, so maybe that's it. Maybe we had it backwards. Interesting. Okay, so first, I guess we go up here and fire the laser?
Yeah.
Alright, motion sickness warning should be clear. Should be clear. Alright, so we do this to load the cannon. Cannon. Fire the laser. Okay, so that's blue. Wait, that's right. We know this is sentry because it's already activated. It's just not. All right. So then this. Let's put that as mystery, and then this is sentry. Okay. Cool. Okay. So we have to find some other way to get through the sentry eye. Yeah, maybe this is the way to Catherine. That's not how I thought this would go down. Neat! Alright. Well, let's go do a prison break. There's still that note about the outpost on 233. There's still the weird rocket ship with the 10-digit number. We still got some loose ends. Jeez. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, hello! Look, it's the broken rail! Welcome to Mystery Island.
Big giant tree.
Oh,
well, was.
Well, it sure was. Oh, yeah, before. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Oh, it's the other side of the mist. You know, like the game, Mist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey. Huh. Well, this was not how I thought. This was not the order I thought we would be doing things in. But I'm good with it.
Go around the other side.
You want to go on the other side? Yeah, I'm good with it.
Look, enjoy the view.
Yeah, I mean, the deeply ominous view. Hot damn. Okay. Yeah. Fuck it. Let's do this. Oh, that's a. Sure, that's most of a ladder. Ooh, hello. Arrive on Prison Island. I like Mystery Island better. Yeah, what was that other one?
Yeah.
Whoops, hang on. Tried to bring up the... where is it at? Here we go. He who numbers but does not name, visit every island in the age of Riven. Cute. Alright, well. Oh, look at that water, though. Sorry, I know I keep going on about the water, but, like, so much of this age is water, I feel like. Oh, but it's pretty. Okay. I'm sure this will be fine.
Well, I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
I mean, it's alright.
Ooh, we can go off here.
Does seem like yeah, okay.
If there's a gap in a railing, you can go off there.
Do we want to...
Yeah.
Good adventurers go left, you're right. Alright.
Let's explore first, before we hit the cutscenes and then can't explore.
Before several cutscenes play in sequence.
Yeah.
Alright. You know, do we still have? Yeah. It probably doesn't do anything off of Jungle... So far it has done nothing off of Jungle Island, but I still like having it, you know, as a thing. Oh, this is gorgeous.
Creepy music too.
Oh yeah, I mean the music in Hello. Oh, that's part of the old transit system. Ooh, ooh! I recognize what's in the distance over here. Look at these familiar little structures. Look at... Remember what... Literally, just as I'm saying, this has had no use off of the island.
We should probably go back and check.
Look at what we've just seen.
Yeah. Weren't we looking for a fifth one of these?
A sixth one. We found 5.
And their base is 6.
Yeah.
So, of course.
Yeah. Oh, man. Just I love when accidentally a thing. Oh, there we go.
It's not an accident, clearly.
Well, I just meant the timing.
Oh yeah.
Where I'm like, you know, yeah, we'll never use this thing again, and then immediately. So that's the number for 1, and this is going to be I'm sure somewhere around here is the Riven symbol, so that if we hadn't already figured out how to get to Tay, like, we guessed into it because it was the only one that we didn't have, and it's like, well, that's the symbol on the box art.
Yeah.
So that's one.
So we should take a picture somewhere around here.
Yeah, somewhere around here is going to be the Riven symbol. Ah.
We should take that before. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello? What even is that?
Light.
I mean, there's natural light. Is that just... Oh, there's a ladder. Okay.
What do you think are the odds that the picture was in that space we walked through?
I mean... Oh, you mean, like, back here?
Yeah.
Maybe. I was... What is that? What does that even do? There's daggers on it, so, like... As we've learned, that's kind of the universal symbol for here! But... And like you said, that's a... It's like a sun catcher lens.
Because it is definitely casting light down below.
We've learned that they like planks. Who doesn't like planks, though? But maybe it's... We have to look down at the... Oh. Wait, hang on. I'm seeing...
Yourself. You're in shadow.
Like... Yeah, alright. Aha, more plank.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the plank we came up with. This is more plank. The city of Ankh-Morplank. Ooh, ladders. Okay, well, we found... No, that's where we came in. Don't know how I forgot that so quickly. Brain is just sort of buzzing with all of the things that we're finding. Okay.
This, I think, is her prison cell.
Sure seems like it, hey?
So, again...
That seems like critical progress, so yeah, okay, we're of a mind here. Let's keep going back. Again, I think we know this symbol already, but... Because we guessed it, but, like... It would still be nice to have confirmation.
Collectible.
I still don't know what that does. I don't even know what this does. Alright, let's go back. Now, go. More of these, actually. Ooh, maybe it's a... Follow the ropes. Are there a series of these? Because, like... Does it actually look like a lens? Looks like it's just shining down on this thing. See any interactables back here?
Yeah. So if we catch any glimpses of light.
Yeah. I didn't see any daggers. Not seeing any paint. As well know, gamers don't look up. Behind us, just to be sure.
It feels like it ought to be.
It does, like... I'm wondering if it's a like, if there's another mirror in here somewhere. that like is a bouncing light puzzle kind of thing. Because this definitely feels like, at the moment, the only interactable. I just don't know what else to do with it. Saying that there's nothing else on it. Or under it. So it's suspended there and there. Is it pointing us to something? Is it itself the symbol? No. Okay. Does it form the symbol with this thing?
No, but it's not actually aiming at this thing. That seems important.
Is it like...
It's missing it. It's aiming past it.
Yeah. So it's looking...
over here. So there's more ropes over here.
Go straight past. Unfortunately, I can't get to anything. This seems like the end of it.
If we toggle that and then look up at that thing, does it? No.
So that gives us that line, obviously, which just gives us the number.
Does anything else on the statue move?
Yeah. No puzzling. Now, there's a chance that if we go further in, because this kind of looks like a socket.
Yeah.
Where we can get something like a lens to place in here.
Yeah.
So it's possible that we don't have the thing we need yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Because this also looks about the same size as that.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe a little bit smaller. Which has me wondering, or these also kind of look like lenses. So I'm wondering if there's like, if we go further in, do we get...
We get a lens that,
that we come back and...
we can bounce the light off into that.
Yeah, is what I'm wondering.
Yeah, yeah.
So, obviously going up looked like it also led to critical progress. We went here in the first place to avoid going directly in.
So let's go to the other spot where we thought.
Do I want to go up?
I think up here led to a spot where there's literally only one place and it really does look like yourself.
Yeah.
So let's look at the bottom.
So, like, if we go back to the start?
Yeah.
Because that's what I was thinking, was that, like, originally we were on, essentially going in the front door.
Yeah.
I'm betting that's going to be essentially a dead end, but it might be a dead end with some clues in it.
Yeah.
Because if this is Prison Island, they're probably not going to let visitors in the front door.
No.
Ah. Yep. Hooray. Ooh, and then there's also that. Okay.
Oh, it's claustrophobic.
A little bit. Alright. So...
223?
2, 2, 3. Sound-based.
Oh, fuck us.
Alright, let's try this first. See. Okay, that's probably just key entry.
22.
So, hang on. Alright, so it's like... So ding is the last one. This is kind of a ratchet sound. Yeah. And...
Click.
Yeah. 'Cause the only way I can make sense of these is by giving them names, essentially.
Yeah, and they did. They wisely decided to give the sounds shape instead of just tone.
I think that's a reset, and then the button will probably be the actual key entry. Okay. Alright, that's it. Our way out of here. Got it. Okay, interesting. So going up top then maybe gets us the code. Because I don't think we know.
Unless it's 2 clicks, 2 clicks, 3 clicks.
And just all
Yeah.
all one. It is the one button that looks distinct from the others. So
2 clicks. I didn't mean Morse code. But go on. Two clicks.
and
There you go. Second one in the middle. 2 clicks. 3 clicks. Or it was room 223, right?
oh, was it 223 or 233? 233. Okay.
Oh, okay. So same
Got it.
idea,
So you're thinking
but
2, 3, and 3. Okay. Got it. Okay. Let's see if maybe this is the entry and this is the reset.
okay.
Right. I'm betting the sound has something to do with it. It's
Yeah.
just,
Oh yeah.
I haven't clocked any sound-based codes.
Mm-mm.
So let's, at this point, let's head up the ladders. Because we also haven't run into a case where the game has, like, locked us out
Yeah.
of a puzzle, so I'm not worried. I'm no longer worried about, like, skipping over content. Just in case I missed anything while we were up here the first time. I don't think we did. Up? Hello! You look a lot like your statue.
But how did you get past again? I know what he's doing. He's watching you. He's waiting for you to make a mistake. You can't let Gen get back to Dunny. You have to free me. The combination is hidden somewhere in Gen's outpost in age 233.
There we go.
So you'll have to trap him to get it. Good luck.
Okay.
And be careful.
In case you hadn't managed to figure out what the extra symbol was.
Yeah.
Why are you nipping this?
Alright, so that's back to we need to trap him. It never stopped being funny to me that Dundee is pronounced like an Australian slang word for toilet. I mean, there's a commentary in there somewhere. Alright, so that at least tells us that we don't have the combo.
Yeah.
That makes me think we head back to Sentry Island and see if there's a way to get into the Thingmonger.
She also said that it was an age, so we are looking for another book. It might be the Forbidden Book.
There is the book that's on the book that we can't get into that's been on the standee the whole time, right? It will never stop being funny to me. It's very good. Alright, so per the game, it would maybe think that we wouldn't have this last symbol until we got here. And then we would go back, and then we would be able to activate the thing, and then we would get the prison book. So this would be the triggering point where we could trap Gen. Stuck on the character. This one is blue. Too late. Oh, no, not too late. Hooray!
I'm looking around for like any other places on here that we haven't already been.
Yeah, particularly for like how to get the lens of the thing, so that we didn't just like guess our way into it. I'm not seeing any other way to like interact with it.
Unless we actually just have to take a look at the actual whole ass island. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that stands out.
Huh, hang on. We didn't have a way to get to that as a ladder or anything, I don't think. It's just go low enough.
No, we walked around on the top of the stone.
Think we can get to that?
We can try. There's also kind of a lower section of the stone.
Like down. Oh yeah, that does go around.
Looks like it might be a ramp.
There's like a divot down there. Yeah. All right. Ads are about to start, so let's pause this here. But yeah, let's actually give this a shot and poke around more up around this area and see if we missed a thing. Because yeah, I also kind of like the idea for completion's sake.
Yeah.
Of finding the bits to unlock that puzzle. As funny as it was to have figured it out already, I want to see how the game wanted us to piece all that together, in using only in-universe clues. Yeah. But first, we will run a few ads, step away for a few minutes. You do what you need to do, and we'll be back here in just a bit, and poke and prod at all the corners, and see what we can find out. As we do. We'll see y'all then. literally seconds ago, Benny, who had been hanging out in the cat tree, just dismounted. Like he could hear the break music ending. It was like, nope, I'm out of here. I can't be on stream. You know the law. But he was there. And just, you're going to have to take my word for it. He's being very, like, stately and honestly a little bit like this, a lot like this. He was basically just posed. Just very regal. But he's fucked off now, so he's doing his own thing. And you know, honestly, yeah, that's how cat gotta do. That's how cat gotta do.
I may have dropped some catnip in the living room.
Ah, well, then I don't feel so bad. The call of catnip is strong. All right, back down the ladder.
Technically, I dropped it for Jasper, but
I think catnip
It's
is
an
for
effort
whoever
to-
gets to it first, you know. All right, so left to go up the ladder. To go take a look around up top. Just sprint our way through this. What about someone who tried to try out some catnip in a food dehydrator and accidentally ended up hotboxing his cats?
yeah, yeah.
That's phenomenal. I love that. Alright, so we go ladder. Just that. Alright. Sorry. Having those little paranoid moments that I've just hecked up the whole setup. There.
Touch, touch.
See you over there finagling.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, who wouldn't know anything about that. There's a reason that you're represented by a cat. Hey, Al.
Okay.
So wait, because I got a call from my doctor. What'd I miss? Well, we met Catherine.
We just passed the spot. If you look at the wall as we're walking past it.
Oh, this thing. Yeah. I thought you meant the down. Okay, so I was right. It is too high up to interact with. It's possible that we
Wait,
can,
click on that, or did the
like, when I click on anything,
okay?
that
I
comes
thought I
up.
saw the hand change.
Yeah, if it doesn't, like,
All right.
But yeah, so we met Catherine. She told us that the code to unlock her cell. Ooh. No, that's where we went. Okay. Is kept. Wait a minute. Is kept by Gen. In age 233, and we'll have to trap him to get it. Let's see. Okay, we saw the down from there. So there it is. Okay, yeah, I don't think that's. It's just a. It's not a real slope.
Okay.
I was gonna see if we could get to that from the side. It doesn't look like it. It just goes up to a thing there anyway. That might be like something Catherine comes down out of when we open the thing, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe. We've got observation slots.
Yeah. He also said Gen is watching us, and we need to stop him from getting back to Denis. Yeah. But, oh, yeah, I also should say we're on a new island, so we made it to Prison Island. And we've discovered that I was incorrect. We cannot connect to the Sentry Island place. So we have still activated 4 of the 5 eye orbs, just not... The 4th one was this one to Prison Island, which is good and important. It's just not the one I expected. Huh. I wonder how do we get...
Maybe we end up. Gen ends up bringing that spare fire marble.
Oh, yeah, could be.
Because we don't really need to open the eye. We need to light up the center
Yeah.
with the 5th.
So we head back there maybe
The
and
fifth
see.
element.
A 5th element. I'm not trying to peep through here. I'm just wondering if there's info that we can garner. No, okay. It's not seem like it. Okay. Prison Island sounds like a TV show. What kind of show? Depends on what decade it came out in. I mean...
That's just Survivor.
Well, I was going to say it was The Prisoner, which I think took place on an island.
Yes, kind of. Oh, so theoretically took place in his own head.
Yeah, I guess there's, yeah.
There's a strong psychological element to that
Yeah,
show.
it's a question about how objective that reality was. Yeah, I'm still... I don't want to obviously spend, like, a huge amount of time on this, because we do technically already know the answer. But I'm also curious how to suss this one out. Oh, wait. Is that a thing? No, that's not a thing. Yeah, the fact that that's shining a light down... And it's clearly shining it onto that.
Unless the headdress rotates.
That's what that's what I was thinking, but I can't... Just be very precise. I hate pixel hunting, but I will do it. Now that we have this number, if I move this in a different orientation, does something else happen? No, okay. There's no, like, gear for anything else around here. I don't see a lever that we're missing for
The
once.
light up there wasn't like a turn focus thing, was it?
Oh yeah, we can check.
Because we hovered our thingy over it, but we didn't
Yeah.
try to
First I
touch
check
it.
it from here. Oop. Yeah, it seems like it's just a lens to capture the light. Let me out. Let me out. This is... Oh, wait. Aha! 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 Okay. There it is.
All right.
That's it. That's the last symbol. Okay.
Well, take a snapshot.
I mean, all right. Like, we don't need to bring it with us. We already know. All right. So we know that that's number one, which again we already intuited to get to take. All right. Let's head back to, like you were saying, the book on Main Island. Do you suppose? No. Okay. It has not remembered that I opened it. Fine. We'll do it again. Blue is vertical dot. Let me out. Back into space. I just realized, now that we know how this works, we can kind of use this as a little bit of a shortcut zone thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
To cut straight
to
directly
go
to
from any island to any other island, with the exception of Sentry. Huh, neat. Totally normal and not scary sounds, don't worry about it.
You know, back to Gens and Asshole. You remember how the indigenous population's other age looked like a giant tree?
Yeah.
They put a prison on the giantest tree in this age.
On the stump of
On
the largest tree.
stump.
Yeah.
the largest tree.
Yeah. The man is the worst.
And James Cameron is, in fact, a ripoff.
James Cameron is a ripoff. Alright, let's see.
The other
Main
Avatar.
is green.
With the blue cat people.
Yes, I'm aware. Motion sickness warning. Give it a minute or two. I'll verbally announce when we are
done
done
playing.
moving about the country.
Keep all hands and feet inside the orrery while it is moving.
Let me start moving this until I find that. There it is. Perfect. Right over here. Alright, motion sickness warning over. So with 4 out of 5, I don't think we have enough to charge up the book. But let's head back and see what's happened.
Yeah.
In worst case, we head back to Boiler Island and head to Sentry Island and just noodle around out there to see if we can find some other way.
Else.
But rather than head directly there and just poke about a place that I feel like we've already thoroughly explored, it's like, well, let's head back and just see if something happens.
Yeah. Should we do a save?
I did while we were at break, but good thinking. Oh. Remember if I have both doors open here. Let's find out. No. Okay.
Pull the scarab butts.
Can we go around from here? No,
I want to pull the scarabs.
You want to pull a scarab butt?
Yeah, just for once.
Just, it's been a long time. It's fun every time.
Yeah. I love the UI for that.
It's such a neat... It's such a neat...
I kind of want to actually build one of those and, like, tie it into an LED light that just lights on.
It's very good. Where do you keep your art? In the scarab ass. Why? Where do you keep yours? Oh, in a frame? How quaint. Listen, Gen didn't do a lot of things right. Basically nothing, but the scarabs.
The aesthetic, on the other hand. Then again, he probably plagiarized.
He did probably take those from someone else. Yeah. Here at the end of all things, I finally learned how to work the spinning room. It only took our entire 12-hour playthrough.
Yeah. We could probably try some of these other doors now, too.
These aren't doors, I don't think. Are they? They just have the symbols on them of the colors.
They have walkways to them. Are they just windows?
They're just windows. They have the color symbols on them. I mean, I can... But they're just windows. Huh. Now, what's interesting is, knowing what I know now, like, that's the red symbol, and it points to Jungle Island.
Do all the others point to the right
That's
symbol?
what I'm curious about. Let's go check. Wow, was that a huge clue from the start, and I'm just putting this together? That's funny. If so, this should point to Sentry Island. It does.
It does. Although it's slightly off-center.
They're all a little bit to the left. Or at least the first two were.
I wonder if this whole thing spins.
Oh, neat. So this one would be Boiler. Hi, Boiler. That one's dead on. Better question. How many doors do we think there are? They do look like they're 5. Okay. Alright, and this one will be Prison Island. What island? We don't have a prison island. What are you talking about? And that's rude of you to ask, honestly.
We don't have a carceral state in this here United States.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se. And this is this island, which is okay. It's just going to point to. Interesting.
They're pointing to the eyes.
They're pointing to the eyes on the islands. That's why they're off center. That's neat. And of course, this is the eye chamber.
Is there anything downstairs?
I mean, so this goes to the the weird
underside.
spider chair room thing. Forgot where this went to. We went out this door. I just forgot what it goes to.
They're just being thorough.
Yeah. It's been a minute. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
This.
Oh, the breach.
Good. Good. I'm glad we can go through this. And you're right. That was from main to boiler. But I'm glad we can go through this gallery of my failures.
Love you.
Yeah, love you too. Okay, so we have 4 of these activated. Now, what's interesting...
There is a walkway up there. There's got to be a way to get to the walkway.
The needle hasn't really moved.
Mm-mm.
And what's also interesting... Hang on, let me see if I've still got this in our notebook.
Yeah, did we have the activation?
There's
for the glowy thing?
This thing. That was basically talking about, like, the different, pluses and minuses based on the colors and numbers. All right, let's do some math here. All right, so that first one is Boiler Island. What fucking number is that? It's like a 1 with compound number. What are you?
It's somewhere in the tens, probably, then.
Yeah, but it's sort of like an 8 that's been twisted.
Well, yeah, it rotates for every 10. So an 18?
Possibly. Unless it's essentially a 13.
Well, no, there's
I don't have any reference for these.
Yeah, these are 1 through 10.
Yeah.
And then at the base, it rotates. So
all right, so you're
1
thinking...
sideways is an 11.
All right.
So an 8 sideways, that's a vertical line.
Yeah, all right.
Is an 18.
So that's an 18. All right. All right, and then that's jungle is -7. Main
Plus 11.
no, that's 5.
Oh, 5. Okay.
And then prison plus, that's the combination of 10 and 2, so I'm going to assume that's 12. Because it's literally the symbol of 10 and the symbol of 2 overlaid on top of each other. And then
3?
Sentry is 3, -3. Now,
unless we have that,
what do we do with that information is the problem. So, okay, here, so
unless
Wheeler is plus
we think it was
18?
an 18, it might not be.
So it does actually look like they rotate every 5, so it might actually be 13.
Okay.
Little
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
plus 13. The next one is jungle. These ones get a little bit clearer. Is -7. Main is +5. Prison is +12. And sentry is -3.
10 from 12 to 7. 20?
goes to 6, goes to 11, goes to 23, yeah, good. So if we're just doing, all of them together, we get 20. What I'm worried about is that we essentially go to each one and somehow get to that number with the spheres, but I don't know what each sphere is worth.
Yeah, I don't.
Or how to do positive and negative.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we do with this number. Like, I know how to translate it. I just don't know how to enact it.
Well, what was the other note?
The counterintuitive something.
We got a better screenshot of it, I think.
No, this is the screenshot. We could go back to it. The counterintuitive something of fire marbles, that a greater strike force does not always yield the maximum energy output.
Oh my god, no.
What are you thinking?
Can we get to 20 without Century Island?
Oh, you think that this is what the values are?
If we hit the buttons, like, inside to light up the fire marble without hitting the Century. That way we can do it with 4 instead of 5.
Okay, so if this is essentially what the value of each island's marble is, and we need to...
Then can we get to 20 without... Seriously, they're going to have the last one here be a fox, chicken, and bag of grain. So...
I mean, one assumes that you wouldn't want to then just do... Alright, so...
5, 5, 5, that's 15.
17 minus 7, 10, 20... Adding them all up together is 23.
No, 15. So three balls from
and
main.
You can do multiples, right?
You can do multiples. So 3 balls from main. And then prison will get us to 15. Yeah, that'll get us to 27, and then we can do 1 from jungle.
Okay, so...
But we have to account for the fact that we've already thrown down 1 from each of them. Oh, we've already thrown down 1 from each of them, except...
Right, so we have 23 in total right now.
Right.
So if we hit jungle, we go back to 16?
Mm-hmm. Or can we approach it from the other end? So 23...
Hold, please. Do we know that 20s are numbered? Because we've just added all these up and assumed... Because we know that all these are 20.
That's what that thingy implied. Yeah. Because I do remember that from reading the note. Is that... Like... I believe so, yeah.
Right, I mean, this is telling us that this is what each of these adds. But we don't know what our target number is.
So let's go back to the lab and take a closer look.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is that, like...
Unless we want to go play with the book.
I think while we're here, let's at least click on the book and see what happens, because we've just activated each of them, but I think you're right. I think we're... Because the lab has a sample one of these to muck around with, and we hit the
reset button and hit the button.
But I think you're right. I think we're going to go to do this without Century Island.
Yeah.
So, okay, got it. So...
Boiler room!
Yeah, let's just head back to... Boiler. And away. This way. This way. Yep. That's it. This way. Right.
So these are the exact kind of puzzles that I love in a video game and hate in a tabletop game. If you're gonna throw puzzles out like this, make them social, make them like anthropological. Don't make them I hit the button and have to add up a number. Because like, dude, I'm not being paid for that. I do that at work.
Alright, so just a moment. Just for my own ease, we're gonna transfer those notes to paper. Oh, you're right. We did have a better screenshot of that. I forgot that we went back and made life easier for ourselves. Okay, so is 13. Jungle is -7. Is 5. Prison is 12, and Sentry, which may not matter, is -3. All right, cool.
All right.
And we believe that we currently have 23 in the chamber. Turn us around. Right, gotta wait for the door. There. Now turn us around.
Fine.
It's a very finicky system, it's fine. To the lab! It's so funny because I remember when we found the one fire orb there, ruminating on, like, I wonder if this number is going to be important.
Yeah.
If so, then it's still in the thing, and we just read the number off on the back.
Yeah.
Let me out. Pizza cutter time. Pizza. Hello, pizza cutter. And down into the hole. Hop on the cart. Whoop. Let's go. Time to get lightly toasted.
Wee.
Love those heavily pixelated reflections. At least we're not dropping frames. And we're out. Go. Hooray. It's out. Down the ladder. That's the boiler we couldn't figure out for entirely too long.
No comment.
It's fine, just don't think about it. Listen, this is the first stream in a while where we didn't spend 30 minutes just stuck on a thing, so I'm thrilled. We oopsed our way into meeting Catherine, and that's phenomenal. It's whoop through the cave. Wait. Careful, please. Here we go. Honestly, I love all this not getting lost I'm doing. It feels novel and different.
Yeah.
Go. All right. You there. So, if we mark up from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wait. 2, 3, right? 6 is the notch. Unless we start at 0, in which case 5 is the notch. So that was
There are
9.
4 marks between all of the other notches, so it starts at 0.
Yeah. So that's 9.
Yeah, it's 9.
So assume for a moment. And we're currently at 23.
23.
Minus 14 is 9.
Mm-hmm.
So we fire off 2 more from jungle.
Is jungle -7?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 more from jungle should do it. Unless we threw down some other stuff, but...
Yeah.
At which point we figure out if there's a way to reset it.
Right. But that... It feels like we start there and hope.
Oh, we should just use the eyeball from here. Yeah, down
Down in there?
Because once we get in one of the eyeballs...
In any one of them, yeah. I agree. In preparation.
Yes, what you heard was the flip of paper.
Down,
Old school.
Goblin Town. It's this door here. Aha, aha. Alright. Boiler is purple. Damn, just missed it as I looked up. It's fine. Hell yes. Love nailing the timing on those. Let me in. Knock, knock, motherfuckers. Let's go to space. Here, over to jungle. Fire off 2, and then go from there to main. Hop out, click on the book, see what happens. I like this game a lot. I haven't said that in a minute, but I like this game a lot. I've been too busy enjoying it to say that.
Yeah, I bet the balls actually give us a good idea of how many times we've clicked the thing.
Yeah, you can see how many are in there.
So if it does turn out that we've already fired off more than once from others, we can redo the math.
Yep. Love it. Hi. Okay, bye. It just cracks me up every time. All right. You've heard it before. You'll hear it again. We're doing a motion sickness warning. I will verbally announce when it is safe again to open your eyes, return to your screen, and all that jazz.
In the event that the gyroscope loses oxygen,
Here we go.
you're just screwed. Deal with it.
Do we know that there's oxygen in here to begin with? There it is. Perfect.
Don't think about it too much. It's ether. We're breathing ether
It's
right now.
Virgo, very Victorian of you.
Yeah. Have you seen the technology level here?
You're not wrong. All right, motion sickness warning should be passed. Yep, 4 golf balls. Great. Hem. Nope. Hem. Out.
Never.
I'm I'm trying. Hey. Let me. Interesting.
Can you spin the lens?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe one of the other ones.
Well, that...
Maybe one of the other ones will let us do it twice? But this is the only one other than Century Island that's subtractive.
Yeah. And that kind of fucks the whole theory. Interesting.
Let's look for a reset button.
Yeah. I just got... Interesting. Just gonna make sure I haven't, like... No, that takes me just right in. Yeah, because the first time, this was somewhere else, so it let us go elsewhere. That's that. This button is no longer interactive. And it's interesting because it has, like... Huh! That really surprises me. Although maybe not, because, like, if it were meant to be this way, then you could soft lock yourself. Because there'd be a limited number. So maybe that... Maybe you need to tell it how much you hate Gen.
Let's see if there's a reset at the center point.
At the center point? Yeah. Alright. Back.
It's weird, you have to fire each of them in order to power things up to get the bridge, right?
I thought so. Alright, motion sickness warning back in effect. I'll make this as quick as we can. Again, I'll verbally announce when we're past. I think that's main, right? There. Alright, motion sickness warning should be passed. Right, is this the one that doesn't have the wheel? Just gonna see if this one...
Yeah, this is the first one we tried.
I just wanted to see if its lever was also locked, and it is.
Did you hear water?
You asked me that before, and like, I think it's the rumble.
I'm just wondering if there are sounds in the other eyeballs. We should just keep an ear out for that.
Yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, we go back to the plan of head back to Century Island and see if there's a way into that one. Maybe it is just activate all 5. But, like, that note feels like it means something. Otherwise, why have it? Remember what this actually does. Oh, that's the gate. That's right. No reason to do that. It's been so long. Pass down to the bathysphere. You couldn't have gone for hydraulics? No, that's fine. Or I don't know, a door?
No. So I was thinking of painting her hallway.
You want to do scarabs?
Gold bugs.
Yeah.
One of Edgar Allan Poe's least good stories.
Oh, I forgot about Goldbug. Probably for good reason.
Yeah, for good reason.
Listen, Poe wrote a lot of
He did.
bangers, but they weren't all perfect.
No, I mean he had plenty of time to practice.
Mm.
I mean, this is a man who invented the detective genre.
Mm-hmm. There we go. And
Great American author. Yeah, actually great,
Mhm.
as opposed to certain other people in the same horror genre.
Yeah. It's the other thing that keeps throwing me off is that there's 4 pipes. There are 4,
There are 4
pipes.
pipes, but one of them ain't lit. And it's the pipe that comes from...
So... Oh no, there is 5. It is just right behind me. Never mind, ignore me.
But the one that isn't lit.
And
you know what island it's from.
And yeah, and it is Sentry. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean that takes me back to we actually just have to do. Yeah, it's all 5s. I think it is just we need Sentry. I think it's just that. I think it may just be that simple. Because like everything in here is 5.
Yeah.
They're all the lights are lit except that one. Yeah. All right. Back to Sentry Island. So, hey Bob. What'd I miss? Well, nothing. It's been a pretty boring night. We
learned how to do math.
We sure did. We found out that 23 minus 14 is 9. That's about it. Oh, also, we found a new island and met Catherine. You know, little stuff.
Yeah.
That's yours.
Yeah. Blood warning.
Blood warning. I still love these little things. It's such a great little transit system.
Public transport. Who knew?
Hmm. Okay, so Gen did 2 things right.
Oh,
Scarabs.
what makes you think this is Gen's?
That's fair.
The Scarabs do have his style, but...
You're right, the Scarabs have his opulence. This is too practical for him. There it is.
Now, the Quiznos toaster was probably...
It totally has a second monorail coming off of it. Not that we need it anymore, because we know how to get to Prison Island. But I just saw that, like, there's another way to get to it, so hopefully I'm not taking the long way around. It's fine. We know how to get to it. It's better than me, like, trying to remember the faster way.
To...
Sentry Island.
Mm.
There might be a more direct path. We may have even taken it already, but for Andy, the more direct path is the one he reliably remembers how to take. If you've watched my streams before, you know this to be true. The butterflies. Let me see if I can remember the whole string. History is really sociology. Sociology is really psychology. Psychology is really chemistry. Chemistry is really physics. Physics is really math. Math is really hard.
Yeah.
Is that sounds like a Randall Monroe
It is.
sequence? Is that from
Yeah,
XKCD?
it is.
That tracks.
Hit the button again.
No, I can hear it. I know I left out biology, beginning psychology, and chemistry. I mean, they're all in there, but I think the important part is the punchline, which is math is really hard. We should at least get back to Sentry Island before the next ad break, which makes me happy. Here's an extremely dated reference. It's like moving between the different Disney parks. I assume that's still a thing. It's been so long since I've been to one.
I've never been to one.
Genuinely, you're not missing much.
Well,
A long time ago, I think there was like kind of a mystique and a fun to be had.
like, there's some cool stuff that I would like to do.
There's
But
probably
honestly, I don't have that much money.
that yeah, I think that's it. Is that there's just
Yeah, I'm paid well, but I can't afford a night in the castle,
yeah.
which is, to be honest, of course, what you'd want to do.
I was very privileged to get to do it in the early 90s and to do Space Mountain, which is pretty much all I remember. But a roller coaster inside in the dark was a singular experience. It was pretty great. Do miss roller coasters. But luckily now I have podcasts about roller coaster disasters. And that's
Oh,
a pretty good
no.
reason to not
Never
miss
do
roller
roller
coasters
coasters
too
again.
much. Let me out.
You know, if we can actually get this silly ass island to light up,
Mm-hmm.
then all we have to do is go.
If we get the island to light up, then we go to, I assume the book goes to 233. And then that kind of feels like we're in the end game.
Mm-hmm.
We get the Gen, we trap the Gen, we free the Catherine. We
Celebrate with Quiznos?
free the whale.
Honestly, that might be what we're about to go do. This is where we met the whale.
That's true. Oh, yeah, you know what? You're not wrong. We hit the button and it summoned the whale, and it seemed like a cool scene, but, like, nothing really came of it. If that's actually, like, important. Alright, so we've already done the thing where we go out this side, but I want to do it again. Because I think this takes us down into the honey chamber and the spy chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Let me out. But I feel like if there's something, you know, that we might have missed. Every time I say missed, I laugh a little bit. I feel like this is the place that it's most likely to be. So hit the lever. we wait for the Mystic Outhouse.
You mean the TARDIS?
Yeah, like I said, the Mystic Outhouse. Right, exactly, Bad Road. We're gonna free Willy. There's something just so very...
I'm also curious if any of the observations have changed.
That's a good point. Now that we've met Catherine, I wonder if...
Ian's watching us, so time to watch the Watcher.
We did tell him exactly what he could do with himself the whole time that we were on Jungle Island and the cameras were going. Pinochle.
Worth checking before we leave. Can we leave the other way? Nope, doesn't.
Yeah, I was checking to see if there was anything different out the windows. I don't see anything out there or above us. Because it seems like the thing that we would miss, right? We send you up without us. No, okay, that's just to call you if we somehow end up down here without it,
Which
I guess.
implies that there is a way away from here.
Yeah. This is where we met the scribe. Right, okay, this was the other path. Right. Just to be thorough.
So are we not going down to the honey chamber? The whale chamber?
I'm just trying to remember. Does this take us back to Maine?
I believe so. Or to jungle. This is where we got to the whale.
This is the... Yes, thank you. You're right. This takes us back to Whale. You're right. I was trying to remember where that came out. Okay, so that... So Sentry reconnects to... Got it. Yeah, so the only way to Prison Island is through space. Again,
Which makes sense.
Which makes sense, because, Prison Island. Well, I'm glad we didn't come here first and lose 30 minutes going around in circles. Hooray! So that... Yeah, let me out.
What was the way to get to the whales?
So it's back this way.
Okay.
Anyway. I know, we're going to Whale. We will have whale sign. It was when we solved the Tetris puzzle. Wait on the door. Which seems silly in this case, because we're just going to open it again. But I guess you want the door closed if you're going to, spin your hovercraft 180.
Yeah.
That's a safety feature. That's
OSHA
good.
compliant.
Yeah, like these rails. Like, it's good.
We all know what happened to the Death Star.
Can't leave this, which is also good. This just above the area where we just were. I'm just zigzagging to make sure that I can't leave the path here and missed it. There I go, missed it again. Everything here seems locked in. There's that pipe over there. So if we do the secret code here, that takes us down to Whale. Before we do that, take a moment to be here. That's the secret code.
But also, so assume the largest one.
Interesting.
Assume the largest one is jungle.
So you think that's jungle? Prison?
Yeah.
See, I was thinking this was Maine.
The main's not that big.
Fair. So, prison.
I think the one just shy of prison is probably boiler. That's my thought.
Hmm. We already have this, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
never hurts to double check. Nothing else goes in there. Assuming that's also just a camera. And then that's the thing to the eye. Alright. So, before we go down and visit Whale, because I don't want y'all to miss out on... Oh, there's a button. Assuming that's the elevator call button again. Again, just soft lock protection in case we somehow get stuck here without it.
Which implies there's a way to get stuck here without it.
Without it, exactly. Now, we didn't find a way to do that with the Whale elevator
I bet
either.
when we come into the eye from the other direction.
Yeah, when we come back out here.
Unless there's a way to jam the eye from here.
Yeah. I think there is a way to do it, and we just haven't figured it out yet. But, before we poke around with this anymore for the moment, we need to do our second break before Twitch does it for us, which I don't want to let it do, because I like having control. That's
Control issues.
in this case, it's more my disdain for Twitch, which I think is more justifiable. So, we're going to go ahead and go to our second break preemptively. So, do what you need to do to take care of you, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes to poke more at Sentry Island, and then see if we can suss out what's going on here with this last eye orb thing that we're looking at. So, we'll see you here in a bit. Be right back. Excuse me. I really enjoyed Control. I remember we streamed most of the base game. I think the only one I did enjoy was the second DLC, which was the one that like tied in really strongly with there was a thing the Awe, I think the one that tied in with Alan Wake, which I ended up enjoying Alan Wake 2 too, but just the Awe DLC was the one thing that kind of fell flat for me. But otherwise, really enjoyed Control, so I definitely recommend giving that one a shot, especially now that they've added the like really comprehensive accessibility options. Because some of those fights could get a little much, and so having the a pretty full range, honestly, of difficulty tuning makes that game, I think, it gives it the edge it really needed to get all the way over the line, which is nice. All right, so it's so interesting. I think this is the only place that there are barrels in this game.
And it has this boat thing.
Yeah, which we tried interacting with before and couldn't find a way to, but that doesn't mean that there isn't a way to. Because there is specifically, it's the fact that there's this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
can we go up the ladder?
no. Why not? Interact with the straps anyway. The rope. Literally anything.
Maybe we have to untie it from the dockside?
Maybe, yeah, alright. No, I mean, that all makes sense to me, right? Like, it seems very logical that we would be able to... There's an ore here and everything, we would be able to untie it. But, unless I'm missing the pixel. And even the ladder, like, if that was to get perspective on something, like, to get a little higher.
Because these guys,
Yeah.
unless we have to drain them, like drain the water.
Drain the water? Let's just take a nice slow walk around here. Let's see if there's anything... unusual. So it's also, I noticed the backs are the 5 colors as well. So we got like jungle.
Yeah.
So we don't have yellow. Main, prison. Huh, yeah, we don't have yellow.
Yep. We're literally looking at yellow.
No, I mean orange is Sentry. But like we don't have an
Is
association.
that not yellow for you?
No, that's yellow, I'm saying.
We
don't have an island that corresponds to yellow. And we even know what the symbol for yellow is, it's just that we don't. That's another thing. Okay, so then... Okay, so that won't even let me, like... Oh, hang on, I wonder if... Can I just eyeball it when... when it would be... Ah! Holy shit! Oh, I should have tried that sooner.
Excellent.
Oh, you just have to guess it when it's...
You do it manually.
You just do it, you just You eyeball it. I'm
Oh.
so silly. When you click this button, you are ruining someone's day somewhere and sometime. Because of course it's not the sighting. The sighting is just telling you
When to click the button.
it's just telling you when to click the button. The button is what does it. I'm silly. Now I know how the mechanism works. I've been here the whole time. Okay, so first, this guy. Lock and load. Orb. Queue the thing up. I guess we could queue the thing up first. It's fine. Button. Wheel. Connect every bridge inside the starry expanse. Strands of a Web is the name of the achievement. I love that. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Fire! I don't think we heard that sound last time.
Yeah, the music changed.
Yeah, it did.
Ooh, nice guitar.
Okay.
Back to Maine?
Yeah, hey, listen, a rather victorious, motion sensitivity warning. As always, I will verbally let y'all know once we're done shaking the world. 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Whee!
Is it? Hell yeah.
You probably.
Alright, motion sickness warning is over. Again!
Here
We
again,
have a
again,
book for
here
you.
Again.
We'd like you to join our book club. Call it the book club for imperialist assholes. You're the only member.
No, it's not the book's fault.
No, the book is fine. But it is for Gen. We're going to throw it at him. Yes, we're going to club someone with a book. Thank you, Bob and Glad we're on the same page. What was that old, like, Flash game? Was it Well of Souls? Where, like, the scholar would actually, like, attack by throwing the book at people? Every time I play Scholar in Final Fantasy XIV,
rocket ship code is.
we're not done. We still got to go do a thing, and then I'm assuming we get Catherine, and that's our way out of here. So, like, you know, there's puzzles to be found. But every time I play Scholar in Final Fantasy XIV, I really just want to, instead of, like, using the book to cast spells, which obviously is the, like, highfalutin way of doing it, sometimes I just want to grab the book and throw it at somebody. There are a couple characters in that game that definitely deserve it. Just a good booking. That's how Alizé learned. Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, she has the right of it. Alright. I think I can potentially get there faster through this path, instead of having to three-leg it. One more. Damn. There. I'm so excited that we might actually finally go through the book. Which, I mean, it's a missed game. You gotta get excited to go through the book, right? Like that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Shitheads. This one doesn't have anything. Damn it. I was incorrect. Thought I could shortcut this process, and I was wrong. That's what I get for thinking I could cheat the silly circular room that I had only just gotten the hang of. And then I got impatient because, like, get to the book. Again, can't build a room that makes sense. So instead, we're stuck here doing this crap. Sure. Please, the button. Thank you. Bye, scarabs. We'll see you in a second. And again. Alright, and that goes across to there, which we want to go here, and now do... It's going to be a very triumphant sort of finale to the stream. Get to book, click on book, throw book at Gen, declare victory.
No, Gin will probably knock us out, trap us somewhere, wank on about it a bit, and then get trapped in our book.
Yes. But in my mind, we're throwing the book at him.
Yeah.
They're just some intervening steps. Look at all those pretty lights. For no reason at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeet. This book empty. Close your book, then open it again. Did that not do it?
Okay, it did something.
Oh, hang on. Button. Ah! It's important to recharge your Kindle before reading. Ooh! Oh, look, it's our 5 colors.
Now we need to hit 9. Maybe?
Possibly. Oh, hey! The thing you kept talking about.
We go upstairs.
Now we go upstairs.
Because there's a passageway up here.
Oh, hey, look. Now, does that just take us back down? Aha! Hi! Okay, we're gonna leave you there for a second. I'm just gonna walk over here. Just wanna see what's over here. I'll be back.
Can
Okay,
you
neat.
get down from here?
No. This is just the view. Okay, so now we might be looking at this.
Go around the other side.
Yeah. Okay, so they're gonna, like,
Yeah.
inject. I'm assuming this is just the view at the other end. Hello, Boiler Island. Hello, Broken Bridge.
What is that little thing?
What, that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
Oh,
subway
that's
tunnel,
one
the
of the
business
ones
tunnel.
down.
Yeah. Okay. So. Now the question is, do we only have one of each of these? And if so, how do we make 9?
And do we just put them in the same order as the secret code? Ooh.
Whoa. Okay, we can't leapfrog.
Oh, but we can put.
What are you thinking?
I am not.
Okay. Alright, so these have to move. They can't leapfrog each other. Oh, interesting. Okay, so... do we have to, like... use these two? Cage. That back. Huh.
So we can put. Can we put the balls in the grid?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And what's funny is, like, we could make the same elevator pattern.
Worth a shot. It's the
Yeah.
same UI.
So, like, we just took this photo again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we don't have colors for these, so we don't really know exactly. But if we assume
And
that that's
those
prison... so
don't
then,
really match to colors anyway.
yeah, but like that could be blue because prison's blue. Sentry's orange, so that might be it up there. And then after that, I have no idea. Alright, so blue would go up there. Orange would go up there. I don't remember what row it was. 2, okay. And like... I don't even know what that is. And then, like... okay, assume that didn't work. This is... bring you back up.
Oh, there's also 4 little toggles down there.
5, I think. 10?
We can't touch them though.
No.
Okay.
The fact that... okay, so I was wondering if these would move to, like, indicate...
Mm-hmm.
And the thing in Gen's lab that gave us 9, this thing,
Mm-hmm.
is the closest that we have
Yeah.
to this.
Yeah. So knowing...
Alright, so then... 13 minus 7 plus 5 plus 12 minus
12 minus 3 gives us a 9. So what if we just leave those two spheres in?
3. The thing is, I think it's more about their relativity to each other. I think the 9 sample one actually isn't relevant here. I think it's we're gonna end up using all 5 of them, and it's just we're figuring out essentially where they are on the grid. So boiler is purple. That makes sense. So boiler would go to, that's 5, 10, 13. Prison would be 12. And then green is 5. Alright, so minus 7 and minus 3 is starting to imply that there's a, like, that this isn't 0, that 0 is a midpoint somewhere. Let's see, minus 7 and minus 6. Okay, so at least relative, they're all in the right order now. Because value-wise.
Yeah.
Minus 3, okay.
So
if we go... we push them up by that. So then we'd have to go everything up by 7, so... 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. Whoop, 7. You're right under that. 7. And like 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be minus 7. Okay. And this I don't understand the placement on. Unless it doesn't matter. That's there. That's there. Maybe it's just that simple. I don't know. I triple. Feels like we're missing a piece of information here. Or because this is... well, no, because we can't fire the other ones. I was going to say there's 4 fire orbs left in the chambers if we'd have to go around and fire all the other ones, but like last time we went there that we can't. Unless that's changed now that we've fired one of each. But...
I feel like those 4 were actually what gave us the colored ones.
yeah. You mean there's a piece of information you missed? Very good, Bad Red. I also feel like the thing that's behind this... unless that just lights up when we get it correct, I don't know. Okay, if this is a base 5 system, then minus 7 would be like 1, 2, 3. And then minus... I think this would be 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8,
So that would be 0.
4,
So
2,
move
3,
all the
4,
others.
5. Okay, and then... so then... wait, that's 0. 5. And then... 10, 12, 13.
What a shot.
It's the only way that all the numbers fit is if that's 0 somehow.
Yeah.
This still doesn't make sense.
Unless we have... let's try this. Otherwise, that might be a 9. That 9 might be our 0 point.
Okay. Whoops.
We haven't done this before. Okay, it's just...
Good thought, though. Try every configuration. I'm also wondering if this is a similar, because there's... Yeah, I think this is this.
Okay.
Just for ha-has. So... 2, 3... There. 5... 4, 5... 5... 2, 3, 4... There, I think. 1, 2... 3, 4... 1, 2... There. Alright, I think that's correct.
Unless the numbers are vertical.
Yeah. Which, you know, yeah.
Could be.
Could be. Regardless, I think that's the end of our time, so I think this is where we're going to pick up next time. We've got something,
Yes.
which is a start, and the fact that it's 5 by 5 and also 5 sets of 5 suggests to me that it's a similar number system.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we've got a good start. I'm going to go ahead and leave this actually at... Take me back. Just head on up here, so that we're staring at this thing next time. And let's
Just
see.
look up from here while we're there. Just in case.
Just to see what this is. Ooh. Before we close.
Okay.
Yeah. That looks like a thing, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what that does. Well, we will get a chance to suss all that out next time. So we'll be back on Monday. You know, the day that it is now. But it'll be the next week. That's a sentence that made sense in my head. Listen, brain full of puzzle, no room for outro. But yeah, we'll be back next week with possibly the finale. We'll find out.
Yeah.
It feels like we're running out of game here. But also I don't know how long it's gonna take us to get to this last bit. So regardless, more Riven next Monday, same time. So 7-ish Eastern. But for lots of things to do in the meantime, check out schedule.truck.community. Had to figure out where my finger was. That's a sentence I wish I hadn't said out loud. But yeah, see what our whole stream team is up to all week long with what they're streaming at what channels. Nope, hang on one more time. On what days, at what times, with links to their respective channels, all in one convenient website, which is just sort of what a schedule is and what a schedule does. And if you are looking for things to do and you're not a schedule yourself, then feel free to check ours out at your convenience. We keep it updated every Sunday with what's coming for the week ahead. I just successfully launched Well of Souls in wine, and it is loud. Well, I'm happy to hear that you successfully launched it. I'm sorry to hear that it is loud. But that's all for us tonight. Remy did just let me know that apparently they will not be streaming tonight, so we will not be tossing a raid anywhere. But thank you all so much for...
Go find someone to harass and, like...
Don't find someone to harass, but do, if you find someone to if you have someone that you would like us to raid, that's what I was meant to say. Feel free to shout them out in the chat. And we may, after a brief vetting process, if I don't know them already, toss a raid their way here shortly, if it comes up before I get done with the outro here, which, given how long I tend to ramble, is not exactly a tight timeline. But thank you all so much for coming and hanging out and dealing with us, going through and around and all across our elbow to get through this. But hey,
I
we
wonder
made.
now that we opened the dome if stuff changed outside.
It's possible. We've done a lot, I think, and we've got more to do, but less than we had. That is a nothing sentence, but it made sense to me, and I'm proud of it. So we'll be doing more of this in next week. I'm just gonna stop saying words now. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful week. Hope to see you next time. Good night.